Hello students, in this video I am going to tell you about the complex permanent tissue, that is xylem and phloem. Students, xylem is simply called as wood and phloem is also called as bast. So the complex tissue consists of more than one type of cells and it's having a common origin, and all these cells coordinate to perform a common function. So these complex tissues are meant for transportation of minerals, water and food, which is also called as organic solute. So especially if we talk about the xylem is meant for transportation of minerals and water from soil to the root to the tip of the plant, and phloem is meant for transportation, or better called as translocation of food, that is organic solute, from leaves to the various parts of the plant, either root or stem or different growing part. So first is xylem. Xylem is again of four types: xylem parenchyma, xylem tracheides, xylem vessels and xylem fibers. Xylem parenchyma is the only living tissue in xylem parenchyma, and all are the dead. Dead means they are devoid of protoplasm. So you can see the structure here. This is xylem vessel, xylem tracheides. See the more differentiated form. This is tracheides. There are pits, vessels, and this is the living one, that is xylem parenchyma. See vacuoles, nucleus, cytoplasm. So these together, xylem and phloem, is called as vascular tissue, or when both present together, this is called as vascular bundles. So this also you have to remember. Xylem, it is a vascular and mechanical tissue. In other words, you can say they are the conducting tissue. As I told you that they have four different types of cells: parenchyma, tracheids, vessels and fibers, and this one is the living. And all xylem elements are dead and bounded by thick lignified walls. Lignin, I think you all know, as I explained earlier in other video. Vessels are the most important. Vessels are shorter and wider than tracheids. See the diagram. And vessels are partially or completely dissolved to form continuous water column or channels or water pipes. Tracheids are elongated cells with tapering ends. You can say tapering end means broader at the middle and narrower at the corner. They also conduct water, and tracheids do not have any open ends like the vessels. You can see here they have open ends, so that water has to pass from cell via the pits. See here, these are the pits, some depressions. As I told you that xylem parenchyma is the living, so what should be its function? Obviously it will store food and help in lateral conduction of water. Who? Xylem parenchyma. So what is the function? Xylem main function is to carry water and mineral salt from soil to the root, to the tip of the plant or different part of the shoot, and they also provide mechanical strength to the plant, because the walls of most of the tissue cells are lignified, like vessels, tracheids and xylem fibers. Next one is phloem. Like xylem, phloem contains tubes, but it does not perform mechanical function. Phloem is composed of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Phloem fiber is the dead cells and rest are the living. So sieve tubes, and sometimes you also see that sieve cells. There is a slight difference between sieve tubes and sieve cells. Sieve cells actually occurs in case of gymnosperm, pteridophyte, or you can say in non-flowering plant, and it occurs in all the angiosperm or flowering plant. So that is the difference between sieve tubes and sieve cells. So you can see the diagram here. This is the LS of phloem, longitudinal section of phloem. This is the plasmodesmata. It is a cytoplasmic connection between two cells. C4, phloem parenchyma, sieve tube cells, nucleus, companion cells. Nucleus present in young cells in conduction of organic food. See here, this is TS, transverse section, sieve tube cells, companion cells, phloem parenchyma. This is C plate, sieves. You can see there are so many depressions or pits or sieves, like channi is present, and this is the sieve area. So if we talk about the sieve tubes, these are the slender tube-like structure composed of elongated thin walled cells and there is perforation. This is also called as sieve plates. Perforation means chhidra, ched. The nucleus of the sieve cells degenerates at maturity and cytoplasm persist in the mature cell. Thus, nuclei are absent in mature sieve tube elements, and the cytoplasm of one sieve tube element is continuous with those of the other sieve elements above and below. Due to cytoplasmic connection, as I told you, the cytoplasmic connection is plasmodesmata. Next, companion cells. Generally, it is associated with the sieve tube. That's why the name is companion, associated with sieve tube. Hence, the name is companion. And it has very active cytoplasm, large elongated nucleus. It is called a companion cells, and it is connected to the sieve tube with the help of what? Plasmodesmata. This is a cytoplasmic connection which connects two cells together. Next, phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma, they are thin-walled living tissue. As I told you earlier, where there is a parenchyma, it must be living. So they have the function of storage and show lateral conduction of food. Then phloem fibers, which is also called as bast fibers. They are thick-walled, elongated, spindle-shaped dead cells. So they are actually sclerenchymatous fibers. They provide mechanical strength. They provide mechanical strength to the tissue. Bast fiber obtained from plants such as jute, hemp, flax, etc. So they are the sclerenchymatous fibers, and I explained all these jute, hemp, and flax in sclerenchyma tissue. So these all have commercial or economic value, and function of phloem, it transport or conduct or translocate. There is another term that is known as translocation. So it translocate the food or organic solute which is formed in leaves to all the storage organs or various growing region of the plant. So this is all about the xylem and phloem tissue.